Welcome. It's great to have you here. My name is Stefano, and I'll be guiding you through yoga-nidra, a meditation that mirrors the physiological process of sleep that will help you relax at the level of the physical body, the breath, the mind, and through deeper aspects of your being. Yoga-nidra is a form of NSDR, non-sleep deep rest. There is nothing to do or achieve now. Just follow along and allow all tensions and worries to melt away. Find a comfortable position, lying down in Shavasana, the corpse pose, using a yoga mat or your bed or any comfortable surface, with support under your knees and maybe a pillow for the back of your head. For the corpse pose, simply lie down on your back. Allow your legs to separate and let go of all holding in your legs. You don't need to keep them straight. Just allow your feet to fall open to either side. Bring your arms alongside your body and slightly separate them from your torso at a 30 or 60 degree angle, whatever feels most comfortable. And turn your palms to face the sky without trying to keep them open. Maintain a position that allows your fingers to curl inward. Tuck your shoulder blades onto your back for support without strain. Once you have set up your limbs, release any effort from holding them in position. Allow your whole body to relax, dropping any expression from the face, and allow your whole body to feel heavy. It's recommended that you have a blanket, maybe an eye pillow, if it feels more comfortable. Don't worry if you fall asleep or if your mind wanders. Gently guide your attention back and follow the instructions to the best of your abilities. If you can, remain as still as possible. But if there is any discomfort or pain, notice it for a few moments. And if it goes away, continue with the guidance. And if it doesn't, gently readjust yourself so that you can be 5 or even 1% more comfortable. Allow yourself to completely relax during the practice. And if you need to, you can always assume a comfortable meditative posture in the seated position, making sure that you have a straight spine, allowing your neck to be tall, keeping your chin tucked in, chest forward, and making sure that your hands are going to be on your lap with palms facing upward. Allowing yourself to maintain this posture with ease and without strain. Typically, we practice yoga-nidra with the eyes closed. But if for any reason this is not accessible to you, know that you can practice with your eyes open while maintaining a very soft gaze to the distance. Just make sure you have enough space to practice comfortably. Pick a setting where you won't be distracted or disturbed. So a cool, dark, quiet room would be optimal. See what is available to you in the moment and go with that. The practice we'll do today is I am yoganidra, the integrative Amrit method of yoganidra. And take a mental note of how you're feeling now in body and mind. When you're done with the practice, Notice any changes, however subtle, that you may experience. Now, we'll begin the practice. Any sounds or music in the recording will gently fall away. Bend the knees and place the feet flat on the floor. Arms alongside the body in preparation for temper tantrum. In a moment, I will have you make a face and push the breath out of your mouth as you pound the feet and fists on the floor. Now, breathe in. Tighten the face and begin. Now stop. Let go and feel. This time, put yourself fully into it. You can even move your head from side to side and let sounds come out of your mouth if you want. Take another deep breath in and begin. Now stop. Release the legs to the floor, arms by your sides. Become aware of the released energy in the body. Let it flow into any holdings, physical, mental, emotional. Allow the body to settle into a deep state of balance and relaxation. Merge into it. Allow the body to settle into a deep state of balance and relaxation. Merge into it. Allow the body to settle into a deep state of balance and relaxation. Merge into it. Merge into it. Maintaining this inner awareness, gently begin rubbing the palms together. To the degree that you feel comfortable, place your fingertips on your eyelids. The entire surface of the palms touching your face. Start now by massaging the face. The fingers working from the eyebrows up to the hairline. Moving out to the temples. Circling the fingers at the temples. Moving down to the joint of the jaw. Along the jawline to the chin. Massage around the parentheses of the mouth. Up to the bridge of the nose. Around the orbits of the eyes. moving to the ears, massaging in front of and behind the ears, and maybe even a gentle pull on the earlobes, feeling tensions and holding melt away. Squeeze the back of the neck and maybe even the shoulders. Now place the entire surface of the palms on the face, fingertips on the eyelids. Drop all expression from the face. Take a deep breath in and let go. Take another deep breath in and let go even more. Release your arms to your sides. You may cover your arms and place an eye pillow over your eyes if you like. Feel the impact flooding the whole body and the entire being. Bathe in the sensations. Be still. Let go of all thoughts, worry, and tension. Give yourself fully to a higher power. Relax. Trust. And let go. Breathe in fully. And exhale with a deep sigh. And again, breathe in fully. And exhale with a deep sigh. And let go even more. Feel a deep sense of contentment and peace in your heart. Now bring your intention into your awareness in the form of words, images, or as a felt sense. If you're unclear about your intention, just see what appears in your field of awareness. Repeat your intention silently 3 times. Imagine a stone resting in your hand. Notice how heavy the stone is, what it feels like. Feel and sense the stone. If you were to describe the stone, what would you say? What does it feel like? Notice if the stone naturally remains in your hand or instinctively rests in another part of your body. Where is the stone now? Notice what it feels like there. Just be aware. Breathe into that place of sensation. Use the breath to be with what is there. Not trying to make it go away. Just use the breath to hang out with it. Breathe into it. Just let it be as it is. Simply observe what you're now aware of. Simply observe what you're aware of now. Truly feel the sensation. If it has changed or moved, stay with it. Not trying to avoid any part of the experience. Let it be fully felt. Let it be felt fully. As if to say to it, I'm willing to feel you. Give it full permission to be. Give it full permission to be just as it is. Experiencing without trying to change anything. It just is. Breathe with it. Stay with it. Simply observe what you are now aware of. Simply observe what you are aware of now. Simply observe what you are aware of now. Create space for what's there. Don't resist what you're feeling. Cultivate a sense of relaxation in the midst of it all. Cultivate a sense of relaxation in the midst of all of it. Make no effort to control or manipulate. Be soft, spacious, and at ease. Continue to breathe with what is present. Make space for it all to be. As if to say, it's okay that you're here. Simply observe what you are aware of now. Simply observe what you are aware of now. If the sensation moves or changes, follow it patiently and with ease. Stay with the process. If the sensation moves or changes, follow it patiently and easefully. If the sensation moves or changes, follow it patiently and easefully. Stay with the process. Stay present and be interested and curious about what you're feeling. If you feel yourself moving into avoidance, breathe and come back to an openness to what you're feeling. Notice what happens in your body as you remain present, relaxed, and connected. Continue to use your breath and attention to be with it all, just as it is. Simply observe what you are aware of now. Simply observe what you are aware of now. Make space for it all to be. It just needs to be acknowledged. Remove yourself from any tendency to control or resist. Just let it be as it is, without needing it to be different. Bring your attention to the point between the eyebrows. Drop below whatever is happening to a space of silence. Whether the sensation has shifted or not, allow integration to happen with where you are now. As we enter further into yoganidra, any releases, shifts, and changes that need to take place will happen spontaneously and effortlessly. Now, it is time for your body to rest deeply and go of any need to make anything happen. Maintaining this inner stillness, gently cover yourself, and if you wish, place an eye pillow over your eyes. As we enter the next phase of yoga nidra, remain as motionless as possible. If you need to move or make an adjustment, do so mindfully and return to stillness as soon as you're able. Resolve to remain awake, staying in touch with the sound of my voice. Allow your entire body to respond to my words directly and non-mentally. Allow any disturbances, external or internal, to draw you more deeply within. In Yoga Nidra, you enter the subconscious pranic field. Let your mind merge and melt into the energy body and go beyond the boundaries of body and mind. Now shift from thinking and doing to feeling and being. Do absolutely nothing from now on. Simply relax. Drop into the deepest state of tranquility, stillness, and peace at the brow center. Now your consciousness is in direct communion with your energy body. As you breathe in through your nose, fill your lungs fully and completely without straining. Now, start exhaling through softly pursed lips, as if you were blowing through a straw. Let it be a prolonged, steady stream of breath, and empty your lungs completely. Breathe in completely. Breathe out completely without straining. Each time you exhale, empty your mind of all anticipations and empty your body of all tensions. As you inhale, fill your heart with joy. Continue to breathe with constant attention and detached awareness. This time, as you inhale, pause for a moment at the top of the inhalation before exhaling through softly pursed lips. Again, inhale fully, pause at the top of the inhalation, and exhale through softly pursed lips. Now, on the next breath, allow the breath to naturally pause at the top of the inhalation and at the bottom of the exhalation. Inhaling fully, pause at the top, exhale, and allow the breath to gradually terminate at the bottom. Now, allow attention to be drawn in with the breath up to the eyebrow center. And as you exhale, allow attention to softly rest at the eyebrow center. Continue on your own. Undivided attention on the eyebrow center. Each time you inhale, drop into a deeper level of silent awareness and experience the balancing and relaxing impact on the parasympathetic nervous system. Breath is calm. Mind is silent. Body is relaxed. Heart is unconditionally open. Now, return to your normal breathing and turn your attention inward. Experience the powerful impact of vibratory, energetic pulsations in the form of sensations in your body. Let your detached awareness embrace all experiences unconditionally. Let your mind melt and merge into it. Now bring your total, undivided attention to the eyebrow center and drop into the deepest level of silent stillness, peace, and harmony. Now follow my guidance as we begin the mantra breath. Breathing in fully. Let the belly rise on the inhalation. As you exhale, let the belly fall as you complete the outgoing breath. Continue with long, slow, steady breath, emptying the lungs completely. On the next breath in, silently breathe in the word safe to yourself 3 times until the lungs are full. On the next breath out, silently repeat the word safe until the exhalation is complete. Breathe in, safe, safe, safe. Breathe out, safe, safe, safe. Continue until I ask you to stop. Breathe easily and naturally as you repeat. Deeply engaged and completely absorbed. Feel every cell of your body deeply hearing and receiving this word. Now, breathe normally. Notice how the energy of this word is transmuted into sensation in the body. Let go into it. Let go into silent stillness, expanding everywhere. Drop into that silent space where all doing stops. Enter an effortless state, being Bring the sensation of cold to each body part as I name it. Maintain detached awareness. Both feet, icy wet. Both knees, biting cold, piercing the skin. Thighs and hips, ice cold, penetrating, wet. Abdomen, chest, back, chilled to the very bone. Shoulders, arms, and palms, frigid, shaking. Whole body, cold, chilled to the bone. Wind howling, swirling snow, shivering, chattering. Now shift your attention and bring a sense of warmth to the whole body, as if you were sitting in front of a fire. Both feet, warm, dry. Both knees, glowing with heat from the closeness of the fire. Thighs and hips, warm, toasty. Abdomen, chest, and back, radiating heat. Shoulders, arms, and palms, filled with heat. The whole body, radiating heat. Sun beating down. Skin prickling with perspiration. Whole body warm, lying in the sun. Now rest back in neutral awareness. Witness the whole body held in absolute stillness. In this deep state of awareness, allow the following polar experiences and their associations to arise and dissolve. Simply allowing all experiences to move through without preference, labels, or judgment. By remaining as the witness, you're releasing your identification with pre-programmed thoughts and feelings. Pain and pleasure, anger and peace, fear and safety, agitation and calmness, sad and happy, hate and love. Gradually allow visualization and accompanying sensations to fade as you bring your attention back to the brow center. Now bring your attention to the center between your eyebrows and drop into the deepest level of relaxation. Here, there remains nothing to do or achieve. You have entered the domain of grace. Feel completely safe and comfortable as you hand yourself over to the power and protection of the presence. Hand over all fear, apprehension, and anxiety about all that you want to change, control, and manage. Let go of all doing. Replace it with trust and faith in the higher power. Here, your intention and your affirmations are actualized and fulfilled with effortless ease. If you have an intention, bring it into your awareness 3 times in the form of words, images, or as a felt sense. If you do not have an intention, just remain silent and let Spirit, who knows what is best, do it for you. Allow this intention to go to the deepest levels of recognition with no hesitation. Know that your higher self recognizes, honors, and accepts your intention. Have faith and trust that it has been heard and is being acted upon by a higher power of the source within you. There is no need to do anything about it. Bring your attention back to the center between the eyebrows and feel all the energies of your body from all meridians activated purified, and balanced. All channels are open, and the life force is flowing freely, healing the body and calming the mind. Open your hearts and feel content. Just experience. Allow your entire self to respond spontaneously and effortlessly to what I say. Every relationship I encounter unconditionally allows my hidden self-rejection to be resolved. As I remove my judgment of others, I am free from self-judgment. As I let others be who they are, I let myself be who I am. I love and accept myself totally as I am. At this sacred moment, your whole being has made a major paradigm shift. Establish yourself in total trust and faith that remains free from any need to be in control. Feel totally unburdened and free to move in life with effortless ease. Feel the presence of your higher self guide, protect, and bless you. Feel energy and grace fill you and surround you at all times. Do not hesitate, doubt, or dispute it. Let it come naturally. Return to the brow center, where energies from all the meridians come into deep unification, integration, harmony, and balance. Establish a whole new relationship with reality, regardless of how it begins to show up in your life. Knowing that you are soul, you can witness life's experiences and let them pass by. Right response and right actions will come through you. With that clarity, keep your heart open to all conditions. Begin to become aware of the rising and falling of the breath. Slowly, feel yourself beginning to rise to the surface of awareness. Sense the body resting on the surface beneath you. The quality of the air as it touches the skin. Gradually, you can move as if you're waking from a restful sleep. Bend your knees and pull them closer to your chest. Rock sideways gently. Take your time. Do not hurry. Then just turn onto your right side and curl into a fetal position. Feel the safety, comfort, and protection of the womb of existence. Bring your intention into your awareness again. Change nothing. Every time you find yourself in reaction, you are empowered to replace it with your intention. Now, you can gradually move and begin to sit up with your eyes closed. Continue to stay deep in this deep inner experience. Regardless of what you consciously recognize that has or has not changed, know that something deep within has shifted to connect you with your intention. Become aware of your body and bring a deep sense of peace and contentment with you as you bring attention back to the body. Notice how relaxed the body is. How relaxed the body is. How soft the breath is. How silent the mind is. How quiet the heartbeat is. Notice how relaxed the body is. How soft the breath is. How silent the mind is. how quiet the heartbeat is. Be still and be grateful. Know that you can easily enter here again and again. Now, you may gradually open your eyes. Thank you for practicing yoga-nidra with me today. I would like to get your feedback, either in the comments sections or if you wanted to send me an email about your experiences with today's practice. If you have any questions, or if you would like to share your intention for your practice, please share it below. Also, it would be nice to know where and when you started your practice today. You can check the description of the video for additional information about the practice of Yoga Nidra, as well as this individual recording. And you're invited to also check out the other videos in the channel with other Yoga Nidras, depending on what you need most right now. If you've enjoyed this practice today, please consider sharing the video with others who would benefit from it. And to receive further notifications, you can always subscribe to the channel and sign up to receive the notifications. As the community grows, I'll include more and more styles of Yoga Nidra for people to explore the different benefits that can be obtained from this practice. Not just for sleep, not just to reduce stress and anxiety, but also for developing equanimity and self-realization, as well as many practical applications to increase focus and energy and vitality. Thank you again for practicing with me today. And Jai Bhagwan. May the spirit be victorious.